Hi guys, and welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video we will once again be doing a complete Bitcoin update in what I think is the current state of Bitcoin and what will happen in the near future for Bitcoin. I want to dive straight into it. We can see since the 13th of May, Bitcoin has been doing pretty much nothing. We have been trading inside of this range between 28.6 and 30.6k. Yes, we had one fake out over here and we also had one fake out over here, but that is what you usually see inside a range like this. The price is looking for the liquidity that is even below the range or either above the range. Right now, this morning, we can see that Bitcoin did once again do the exact same thing. We went looking for that liquidity that was above these three highs that we see right over here. So these three highs caused to be a liquidity box to be above those previous highs, in which we are looking for that liquidity that was left behind with this fake out right over there. So there were a lot of orders and a lot of stop losses inside of this liquidity box, in which we can see that Bitcoin touched the liquidity box and created an instant wick on the top side of the candlestick. We closed the candlestick right here below those previous highs, as we can see. So we close it below all three previous highs, in which we are creating a possible swing failure pattern for ourselves. If Bitcoin right now forms a red candlestick right over here, in which we can maybe create an inside bar candlestick, which is a bearish candlestick pattern, we are creating a possible swing failure pattern. If we then get a confirmation candlestick towards the downside, we have confirmed swing failure pattern and we should see another push towards the lower side of the range. I am still expecting Bitcoin to visit 26k, as we can see right here on my chart, and also 24k before having a possible move towards the upside again. So right now we are just ranging, and we are probably ranging until the monthly candle close, which is tomorrow night at 12 p.m. Around that time we should see some extra volatility entering the markets, and I do expect us to visit at least the bottom of the range, and we have a very high chance of also visiting 26k and also 24k. If we look at the RSI, we can also see that on the 4-hour time frame, if we move the RSI based moving average, that we are also reaching the overbought area on a 4-hourly time frame. And it has been a very long time since we have reached the overbought area on a 4-hourly time frame. The last time we did, it was right over here at the end of March, which also was the top of that move towards the upside we saw right over here. So that is definitely something that is looking very interesting, because we are right now once again reaching that overbought area on the RSI. Also creating a bearish pattern right here for Bitcoin. If we look on the daily time frame, also look at the RSI, we can see if we remove the liquidity box right over here, that we are creating a hidden bearish divergence. So we are forming lower highs, but on the RSI we are forming higher highs, and this is called a hidden bearish divergence formed on a daily time frame, which is a massive bearish pattern, of course, a massive bearish indication, I should say. So we are seeing all of these bearish indications. On top of that, we are also seeing extremely low volume on this bounce towards the upside. There are just too many indications, in my opinion, that is causing this to be a possible bull trap again for Bitcoin. We saw the exact same thing happening right over here, right before we saw this massive drop off towards the downside. Everybody was getting extremely bullish on this move towards the upside. We saw very low volume towards the upside right over here, in which we created a massive bull trap for ourselves. And right now I can see the same thing developing for Bitcoin, in which we have a decent push towards the upside. We are seeing extremely low volume for Bitcoin. We are forming hidden bearish divergences, reaching overbought areas on the hour 4 time frame. We can maybe even compare it with the previous time, in which, yes, we didn't reach, let me remove the moving average once again. We didn't reach the overbought area on the RSI, but we did almost reach this. On top of that, we did create those hidden bearish divergences for ourselves on the 4-hourly time frame. And right now we are even creating them on the daily time frame, an even stronger indication of a possible top for Bitcoin. So there are just too many indications right now why I would be very careful looking for long positions, because as we all know, at the level of resistance, we have to look for short positions, and at the level of support, we have to look for long positions. Right now is the time, in my opinion, to look for short positions. And if we do create a nice inside red bar candlestick right over here with a confirmation candle, that could be the start of a next move towards the downside. And we can see that the bottom of the range has been tested so many times already, and that we also grabbed liquidity below the range twice. So the next time we test the bottom of the range right here, it has an extremely high possibility of breaking it towards the downside, because we know that the more times a range or a level of support gets tested, the weaker it gets. On top of that, we also grab the liquidity below the range, so there is a very high probability of us breaking the range towards the downside and visit 26k. Why is it so important to make lower lows? Because as soon as we make those lower lows and we switch on the RSI, we can see that if we see another move towards the downside for Bitcoin, and we create lower lows by visiting that 26k level, a big level of support for Bitcoin, we are creating lower lows on the price action, but the RSI will probably do something like this, in which we create a higher low on the RSI. So instead of creating a bearish divergence as we are seeing right now, we will create a massive bullish divergence for Bitcoin. And that is often a signal for a possible move towards the upside. And right now we haven't seen any bullish divergence yet for Bitcoin on the daily time frame. We have only been witnessing weakness all around currently. So another move towards the downside is still very likely, in my opinion. As long as we range inside of this range, I am pretty neutral, but I am building my short positions right over here for Bitcoin, because I do expect that next move towards the downside to happen soon. Maybe we get a little bit of a stronger fake out towards the upside, in which we visit this 4-hour level right here, and that is where we could also see a possible rejection. So either we see a move towards the downside right now, or we visit this 4-hour candle, 4-hour level of resistance, maybe see a little fake out above, and then get that next move towards the downside. But I am still extremely bearish on Bitcoin, and I think we haven't seen the bottom yet. So that is, in my opinion, right now the current state of Bitcoin. I hope you guys have learned something from this video and can anticipate the current situation of this market by watching this video. So if you did like this YouTube video, make sure to smash up that like button. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be in the description. I also opened a free Telegram group in which I give daily updates on the market, and I will also give an occasionally signal right there. I also run a Discord group, of course, and also a VIP channel, so all the links can be found in the description. And also make sure to use my link to sign up with Bybit to get a very nice deposit bonus, guys. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe and like this YouTube channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.